Good afternoon. My name is Tim Lovell and I am the Senior Team Leader and Pastor of the Goodlife community. We are in a day that is something that we have not experienced together before. We're in a situation that is new to all of us, and we want to be wise, we want to be careful, we want to remain caring, engaged and loving. And so I'm going to take a few moments to just let you know of where we're at and how we are engaging this coronavirus and COVID-19 situation. If you're following the news, you're seeing that many things are changing around our nation and across our community. The way we travel, the way we engage, which in turn affects the way that we can serve and connect with one another. We're hearing whole new terms of community quarantines and social distancing, etc. And so I want to assure you that we are going to remain a community that is engaged, loving, caring, and as much as we're able to, we will continue to serve. I want to give you 4 words that I hope might be of benefit to you during this time. The first of those is awareness. We genuinely need to be aware. We are taking the lead from healthcare professionals within our community and also at large. We realise there is information that is coming out all the time, and we want the best information so that we can respond appropriately to that. We don't just take information because it comes across mass media. We are genuinely seeking out the most relevant and the most recent that's applicable within our context and our situation. We realise from the information coming out that the 2 areas that we need to be most aware of are our seniors and those whose health is compromised or immunosystems are compromised, and of course our children. Within the Goodlife community, these 2 areas are major areas of both connectedness and service. So we are approaching it with wisdom, and we are doing our best to respond appropriately. We realise that within awareness, it can also generate concern and even to the point of panic, and we've seen that in the way people have responded. We don't want to be a source of panic, but we want to walk in great wisdom. So awareness, number 1. Secondly, care. Awareness, then care. We want to remain engaged. However, with careful practices, we have a responsibility, but also a duty to you and to the community around us. So in some ways, this will affect the way that we are able to engage and provide services. But it also puts us in a very appropriate position within our community that our ability to serve may expand during this time. We realise that it's a very fluid situation, and so we are meeting regularly to best assess how we approach this within the context of our centre and the facilities that we provide. We will continue to make adjustments as appropriate. It may well affect what you are used to having readily available and accessible, but we will keep this information flowing, and if you stay connected, you'll know what's happening. We are understanding that in this time there will be frustration. Some people are not taking it particularly seriously, saying it's just a cold, it's just a flu, but our healthcare professionals are saying it is much more serious than this, and we need to approach it with a level of seriousness that we have not had to deal with before. So we're asking for your patience within the context of community, but also your patience when it comes to staff, to team members here. We're also just asking for politeness, that we actually care about the way we engage with one another. Changes will continue to come. Those will be communicated as clearly and efficiently as they can be. The third word is preparedness. So awareness, care, preparedness. We are upping our disinfecting, our cleaning schedules. We're deep cleaning, but we're also having to engage things like social distancing. Social distancing is not a term that we've been familiar with before, but it means being aware of proximity to others, particularly those that could be placed in the vulnerable category. It means keeping 1.5 meters distance. That seems strange when we're so used to handshaking and embracing, and I'm the first to embrace, I'm the first to handshake, I'm the first to lean in, and I realize that in this time that's not going to be appropriate. We have hand sanitizer all around the place. And so we are really looking at ways to be prepared for what is not just the possibility of coming, but there will be things that come. I do hope that we look back months from now and say, gosh, it wasn't as bad as people projected it being. That will only be the case if we take the measures that we need to now. That is the information that we are receiving from healthcare professionals and community advisors. So we want to continue to act with the best interests and the best possible practices as this continues to unfold. The fourth word is prayer. So we want awareness, care, preparedness, and prayer. I do believe in God, and I don't believe that He is absent in times like this. And there is an opportunity and an invitation to call out to Him for wisdom and for peace. My prayer is that we would walk in peace, that we would walk in hope, that we would open our hearts and that we would genuinely care, that we will look for ways to serve and we will look for ways to prepare. If you do have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please ask them politely. But we will do our very best as the Goodlife community to remain engaged, serving, caring, providing, and bringing hope, health, and wholeness to a community that this time is really facing deep need. God bless you with peace, and I look forward to engaging soon.